Hello there. It's the flimflamjoneshow.com. And look, we're here in the Poseidon Power Plant getting that bad boy online. I made a video on the YouTube earlier talking about how to do it, but I made it sound really simple. All you gotta do is first repair the two coolant stacks, then repair the turbine room, and then repair the reactor room, and then reset the whole thing in the control room. Right? Easy peasy. But I left out a very important detail. You don't have access to the reactor. Yeah. You don't have access to the reactor. Or to certain parts of the plant at all. Unless you have the access codes. So I left out how to get the access codes. So this is how you get the access codes. And once you have them, you never have to worry about it again. It becomes transparent to you. So I am in the pipe interchange. Okay? The pipe interchange. That is coolant tower 1 or 2, and that is coolant tower 2 or 1. Coolant tower, rest of the plant. Okay? This pipe goes down to the turbine room, also known as the generator system. Doopy-doopy-doo. Right? Blah, blah, blah. Tunnel, tunnel, tunnel. Tunnel, bam. Stop. Turbine room to the left. Up here, we have everything else. Very top floor where that orange pipe is. That's the reactor room. A floor below it, right there, that is the control room. Everything else is flim-flam. Okay? We have to get credentials to enter the reactor. Watch. We can enter the control room if we wished, but we cannot enter here. It says Poseidon Plant Access Codes. You can't get in. And the same thing for the outside of the plant. The doors are sealed with metal barriers, but you can't get in. And it says Poseidon Plant Access Codes. But I can get in because I have the codes. Done. You see? And now it no longer says that. But to get the codes in your system like me, all you have to do is, let's backtrack a second. Back to the pipe interchange. You see? Back to the pipe interchange. Because remember, you see, this is coolant tower 2. The only way to enter the power plant, okay, is through the coolant stacks. But when the power plant is on, those coolant stack tower buildings are full of very hot steam and they kill you, so you can't go through them. So you pretty much can't get in unless you have the access codes, or unless you override the shutdown, lockdown situation. Right? So you see, this is a coolant tower, blah, blah, blah. I guess I'll repair a couple more. But you just go around and you repair these things. You know, I have a jetpack, so it's okay. You know, it's no big deal. But yeah, you don't have to repair all of them. But whenever you're done, each coolant tower is symmetrical and leads to inside the plant. Otherwise, you can't get inside. Otherwise, you have these. Here, I'll show you really, really quick. You have these metal doors. You can't get inside. All the doors are sealed with these metal. See, oh no, you can't get inside, and it says Poseidon Plant Access Codes, right? So now you understand. If you walk up to the power plant and there's no steam coming out the top of these things, you could enter right over here. This is how you get inside, right? Otherwise, you can't do it. And once you're inside, and once you're past the pipe interchange, you go up to the control room, the room I just showed you, and you find the security room, which is what I'm about to show you. For context, so I'm walking, blah, blah, blah. You can't get lost. I entered, I went to the very top. We're going out the door into the pipe interchange. Yeah. Isn't that cool? Easy peasy. It's no big deal. It's absolutely no big deal. You got two coolant towers, both leading like this, whoop, to the same pipe. You see? Boom. That's one coolant tower, second coolant tower, turbine room, flim flam. Yeah, you get it. So, let's go up to the control room to get the access codes. It's right here. Control room, right? There's bad guys, there's some turrets. It's relatively easy. Well, it's not easy. It's kind of a big deal. But you see, I'm in the control room. This is where you end up, this is where you finish the mission at. This is where you restart the power plant after fixing everything. But we're in the control room. Right there, it says security, okay? Security room. We go down. Right. There's a turret in the corner. And there's some assaultrons. Or protectrons. And there's a terminal over here. Right. And this terminal will issue the right security credentials. It's already issued me these credentials. So it's not going to display it. Okay. But this control panel also ends the facility lockdown, which opens up the big metal doors around the building. So I could end it.
The security lockdown has ended.
Right.
The reactor lockdown has ended.
Right. And then I could turn on those robots. I could turn on these robots. Alright. ProtectronControl.com. Activate the units. Blah, blah, blah. Powering up. Yep. And now I could finish repairing. And now, if that were you, you could have selected issue security credentials. And you would have got the code. And then you could just finish repairing everything. So, there you go. So again, in context, there's one coolant tower, second coolant tower, you walk in the building, and then you walk in the only direction you can. Things are labeled. You see, you can't get lost. It says coolant tower 2, coolant tower 1. You walk over here to the main structure, right? And right up there is the control room. You take a left, and there's security behind there. You go to the computer terminal, and you issue security credentials. Cool. And now I'm going to finish repairing the thing. Let's have fun. Yeehaw! Exciting. So darn exciting, wasn't it? I say so. I say so. You know what to do. You know exactly what to do. See, I turned those robots on and now they're like distracting things. But normally you would do this room here, which is the turbine room, before the control room. But it doesn't really matter. And you don't have to get 100%. And there's sometimes a mild lag between what you're doing and when it's registering. But there we go. We're all done.
Generator system integrity restored.
Yep. Now to leave, for the shortcut, you have this orange pipe. It goes across. In my earlier video, I showed you how to go through the bottom path. So if you want to watch that, you know. But here we are, the shortcut. It goes straight across. This again is the same hallway that we saw before. Right below us, one floor down, is the control room, which is right there. You can see the words, sort of. But the orange pipe is key. It shows you where to go. Here we have this computer terminal. If you have the access codes, you can open it right up. Alright. Boom, boom, boom. And we do what we gotta do. Mild delay. He's got to click on it and hope that it registers eventually, right? Okay. Golly. Whenever it wants to catch up. Okay. That should be good enough, I think. I think we're good enough. I think it just has to catch up to all the stuff we just did, huh? That's what I think. That's what I think. Yep, there it goes. It's catching up. Yep, I think. And, yep. So we leave where we came in at with the orange pipe. And... And... we have the control room right here, and to the left we have the security room. Flim flam, there it is. Gabba gabba hee hey. Alright, security, flim, yep, that's where it was. And again, in context, you have the terminal right there. Gabba, hoo hoo, yep. That computer issues your security credentials and unlocks those metal doors in the front and the sides, and does the protectrons. You would normally maybe do the protectrons afterwards, but as you saw, they do assist in a little manner. You know, they help you have distraction if you're doing it at an earlier level. And this is where you end the whole plant and restart the power plant. So again, in my first video, I never described the fact that you need the codes, and I thought you got the codes from another portion, but you don't. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Oh, and one more thing. In this room, there is a key. Sorry. There's a key right here on the table, usually. Yep. The Poseidon Hazmat storage key. This key unlocks the key in the basement of this whole place, which I'll show you right now. And there's typically power armor in there, okay? Power armor with a couple modules, or at least a chassis, you know. I'm just heading down to the basement. I'm heading down to the lobby. You can get lost in here, I guess, but, you know, whatever. Chaotic. The layout makes sense now. Just heading back to the lobby. So if you were to enter this building right now, you'd come in through these doors. This is like the main entrance, and these metal doors right here were locked securely with the Poseidon Plant access flim. You know, you see. But now it's open because I ended facility lockdown. Alright? So right over here, you're walking in and you're heading into the basement. Gabba gabba hey. And whenever you get a key, you don't need to get it again. So if the doors are open or whatever, you could just walk right in and then see if there's power armor right there, which there is. So this is like usually your first real exposure to consistent power armor. Boom. And now you got yourself a few fusion core. There we go. Thank you. I'll take that. And it's level 40 T60 torso, left leg, and helmet. And there's a fusion core back here. You see. Yeah, well, that's it. That is the thing I want to show you that I didn't show you before. So yeah. This was live on Facebook. And I apologize to all you people in the Facebook area I wasn't responding to. The hordes of people clamoring at the bit, frothing and foaming in anticipation of my glance. I'm sorry. I had to show the people some truths about this world, about this game. You know. Explanations. Yes, yes, yes. So I'm walking out the main entrance, so I'm showing you what the main entrance is in context from the outside. And remember, once you have the access codes, the plant doesn't even have to be on. Now you could enter the plant. Before this, you could not enter the plant. Maybe. Maybe. You know. It would require the access codes. You would have to wait for the plant to be offline, and then you enter security, and then you get you get issued the security code, blah, blah, blah. And now you could enter whenever you want. Yeah. Yep, so the doors are open. This is the main entrance, right? Yep. Main entrance, blah, blah, blah. The doors are open forever now, but if they weren't open, you would use this panel here. And I see it's asking for the codes, blah, blah, blah. Yeehaw. But the whole purpose of bringing the plant online, you know, is to generate fusion cores. Usually. Because the plant provides 400 power to the workshop, which happens to be right exactly over here. And right exactly over here, there's a bunch of nodes. You know, there's a aircraft flim, some lead, aluminum, the this giant helicopter landing pad. Oh no, whoa, craziness. And power, ooh-wee, and we have power, right? And whenever this is all flimmed up, it'll be producing fusion cores, which is used for power armor, you know, and you have concrete and nuclear and other stuff, and you can build in this entire area. You have these turrets over here, you know, big old turret guns, you know, and it's a nice spot. And now you can see before it was off and now it's on because there's steam. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. Yep, go get him, gun. Well, that was it. Yeah, live on Facebook, you flims.